Okay, this is about the visa and flights to Azerbaijan from India. What we faced is that many sites tell you that Azerbaijan from India is visa free or visa on arrival is there, and I had faced the same thing. In fact, I think one of the official Azerbaijan websites was saying that Indians don't require visa for entry into Azerbaijan, but that's not true. So we do need to take an e-visa, and you need to apply to the website directly. I saw that some travel agents they say that they will be able to provide the visa within 4 days, 5 days, but in my experience, even though I had applied during December, I only had around 9 or 10 days in hand, and still I went ahead and applied on the official website directly. The website says that during peak season, during rush hours, they will probably take like 6 or 7 days, but usually the TAT is around 3 to 4 days, and I received mine within 4 days. Couple of things to note here. If you want to visit only Azerbaijan and it takes like 6 to 7 days to cover everything in the country, then you don't need to worry about it. Because of the issues between Armenia and Azerbaijan, I think there's a question on the application form itself asking you whether you have been to Armenia. But otherwise, if you have never been to Armenia, then it won't be a problem. I don't know exactly what duration, what gap should be there after you have visited Armenia before you will be granted Azerbaijan tourist visa. Now, if you have around 2 weeks in hand, you can easily combine any two of the three countries which are clustered together, like Azerbaijan, Georgia, and Armenia. And there's no problem if you are going to Azerbaijan only or Azerbaijan and Georgia. But if you are planning to include Armenia, I think then the best case would be to go from Armenia to Georgia and then to Azerbaijan, or to Azerbaijan, Georgia, and then Armenia, because Armenia to Azerbaijan or Azerbaijan to Armenia will be a big issue because of the battles they have been fighting. The visa application form is actually very simple. You don't even need to book a flight ticket to apply, and the only thing that you do need to book is one night stay. Just maybe book one night stay at any of the hotels in Baku where you'll be starting your trip, and just give that address in your visa application. That's all. And in case you have more time in hand, then you can definitely wait till the visa arrives and then go ahead and book your flights, because that's what I did, even though I only had like 5 6 days left. Do not listen to people who tell you that you can easily go and come back within this much budget and it's very easy, very cheap, you can go anytime you want. So that's one advice that I would give, and I would ask you to avoid getting influenced by those, because the flight fares actually fluctuate a lot. By a lot, I mean that there are days where you would find flights from anywhere in India, like Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore. From anywhere in India, you'll find flights between 12,000 to 15,000 to 18,000 one way. But if you don't plan well in advance, and if you're not flexible with the dates of flying, then one way flights can easily become 26, 30, 35, 40,000 even. And that is what I had seen, because the day I was going to book, the Indigo flight was not available anymore. I think it had been sold out, and I had to book Azerbaijan Airlines, which was actually quite nice as an experience, but it was around 10,000, 8 to 10,000 costlier than the Indigo flights. So I would advise that you be flexible with the dates and check the flight fares in advance. And since the direct Indigo flights from Delhi and Mumbai are much cheaper, then maybe if you're coming from the rest of India, you can try to be in either Delhi or Mumbai if it's cheaper to get there, instead of looking for a flight directly from the city you're flying. In some cases, I have noticed that the aggregators like Make My Trip, Ease My Trip, wherever you're booking your flights, they do not really show you the connecting flights. For example, the flight that I had actually booked, I booked a separate flight from Bangalore to Mumbai and then a separate flight from Mumbai to Baku. The risk I had taken here is that the layover time was only around 3.5 hours, which, given the current scenario where there are many delays in Indian flights, is not advisable. You should at least have a gap of around 5 hours before the next flight takes off. So yeah, the round trip can be anywhere between 25 to 30,000 for one person if you are planning in advance and being flexible with the dates. Otherwise, if you have fixed dates on mind and not many seats are left, then there's always the risk of the round trip costing you anywhere between 40 to 50 to 60,000 as well.